What's up guys, and welcome to my channel. If it's the first time you're seeing my face, my name is Lerato Mutlong, and in this channel I teach you guys how to draft patterns and how to construct garments. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to draft a pattern for this gorgeous blazer. And if this is something you're interested in, please continue watching. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment if you have like any suggestion on what I should do next. Please leave a comment on the comment section. And without wasting any of your time, let's get straight into the tutorial. When you trace off your bodice block, please make sure that you leave a spacing of 3.5 inches at the front, and then at the top you leave also a spacing of 6 inches. And later on in the video you will realize why you need those spacings. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to move my paper all the way to my waistline, as this will be a breaking point where I am going to put my button. I'm going to be making use of 1.5 inches for my button stand. If you want, you can make your button stand to be 1 inches, 2 inches, or 3 inches. This honestly depends on how wide you want your button stand to be. So I marked my button stand all the way to where my full length is. I extended my blazer from the hip line by 3 inches because that is how long I wanted my blazer to be. You can honestly make this a blazer dress if you really want to. I was honestly thinking about making it a blazer dress, but I kind of just changed my mind while I was drafting the pattern. When I'm done marking out the points or the dots, I'm just going to bring in my ruler and connect those points together, extending also that line to my full length. When you're done connecting those lines, you're going to come to your shoulder line, and I came in by 1/2 inch from my neckline. This part is really optional. I just wanted mine to be open just a little bit. And when you're done there, we're just going to move on to the part where we left our spacing. So here I marked out 3 inches, but later on I made use of the 3.5 inches that we marked out there because that is how wide I wanted my lapel to be. How wide you want your lapel to be, it is honestly up to you. You can make it very small or very big. Then when you're done connecting those lines, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line from that point all the way to where you made your back button stand. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring in your back bodice block so that you can measure out the depth of the back neckline, because you're going to need that to create your collar. Well, for my back neck depth, I got 3 inches. Then what you're going to do is from that shoulder line, you're going to slant your tape just a little bit and mark out the 3 inches. Please look at how I am slanting my tape. It's not straight, it's a bit slanted. Even when you rule out those points or connect those points, make sure that your ruler is slanted because our neck is not straight. And then when you're done connecting those lines, you're just gonna bring in your tape and just adjust that top part. So what I did was I came in by 1/2 inch from that neckline that we created, or from that line that we just did. So I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch and then connect that 1/2 inch to the shoulder line. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just look at what I am doing. Then you're going to decide how wide you want your collar to be. I made use of 9 centimeters for the width of my collar. We're going to move to our lapel line that we created, and I'm just going to come in by 1/2 inch, and I am going to go up by 1 inches, and I am going to connect from our neckline all the way to that 1 inch marker that we made. Here I went back and marked 1/2 inch from the 1 inch I made. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but later on I just kind of made use of the 1 inch I initially marked. And then when you're done doing that, you're just going to connect those 2 points together, as you can see me doing. So this is the part where I just go in and just make use of that 1 inch that I marked out first, because I wanted the spacing from my collar to my lapel to be a bit big. I'm just gonna bring in my marker just to make those lines even more visible. And the next thing we are going to do is to create our facing, and I am going to my shoulder line and finding the middle point of my shoulder line, and I'm just going to mark out that amount that I get there all the way up until where my full length is, and that will be my facing. The lines that I have highlighted or marked with my pink highlighter or pink marker are the ones that we're going to be used, or we're going to cut out as our facing. So the part that I didn't do that is important that you need to do is to bring out a clean piece of paper and trace out the parts marked in pink. When you're done tracing off the facing with a tracing ruler, you're just going to indicate that your collar is going to be cut on a fold. So now I'm just going to bring in a different marker pen just to create notches, so that when I join these parts together I am not confused. So I'm just cutting everything out. Please pay attention as to where I am cutting. Done cutting, these are the 2 pieces you're going to have for the front. So now when you're done, you're just going to move aside those pieces and bring in your back pattern. And what you need to do is you need to draft your back pattern on a fold. This is because of the design that we have here at the back. So now we're just going to be creating that top design, and as you can see, the bottom part has dots, and as you can see, there's that triangular opening there at the back that is showing skin. I'm going to bring in my tape and place it on my shoulder line, and from my armhole I'm going to mark out 3 centimeters, and I'm just using my marker to make that point that I made visible. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to move to your waistline, and from there I'm going to come up by 2 centimeters. Before you connect your lines together, you need to come in by 1 centimeters and make a mark there, and then connect that 1 centimeters to the marker that we made on our shoulder line. When you're done connecting those lines, we're just going to move to the bottom part of our blazer, which is from the waistline to where our full length is, and we're just going to be creating that design. So what I'm doing is I'm just marking my nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2 on both sides, and I'm going to extend that line all the way to our full length. Now we're going to go back to our waistline, and because I want my dart to be 1 inch wide, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out half an inch on one side and half an inch on the other side of the line. And what you do on the left, you must do on the right. And again, I'm going to mark out half an inch at my full length, or at the bottom part. When I'm done marking out my dart, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a ruler to connect the points together. I'm done. I'm just gonna bring in my scissor and just cut the top part out, and as you can see, I indicated how many pieces you need to cut for this part, or for this piece. Cut out the back top part. We're going to move to the bottom half of this design, and remember that we took in 1 inch as our dart at the top and at the bottom. And when you stitch this without extending or adding that dart or that 1 inch that you took on the side, what's going to happen is you are going to be short, or your measurements are not going to be the same. So that is why it's important, whatever amount you took in as your dart, you need to extend it on the side, so that when you stitch the dart in, your measurements are not lost. So this is what I'm doing, just marking out that 1 inch from the waistline to where my full length blazer is. I'm finished marking out. I'm just going to bring in my scissor and just cut that part out. These are all the pieces for the back part, and I'm going to bring in my front pieces, and these are all the pieces that you're going to need for this pattern. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.